Houseplants at home. This is going to be part 2 of the Serama raising videos. So in the last episode we hatched 3 Serama eggs. Seramas are the smallest chicken in the world. 2 of the eggs hatched in the normal fashion and 1 of them got stuck for a day and a half in its egg, and we decided to intervene. We're calling this chicken Frank, and after Frank had been in the incubator for a while, we put Frank in a separate brooder to the other 2, because in the day and a half that he had been in a separate environment, they had grown substantially. So we had to segregate him, plus he was walking strange, seemed to be having trouble standing, so we didn't want them picking on him. So let's get straight into it. As you can see from the video, in true fashion, we decorated the cage like we always do with all sorts of random goodies. We put in the sofa, the beloved sofa. Now this is actually a different one to what we put in for the quails, because the quails loved it so much. So we actually got the new one, and we got them a Barbie doll bed, all sorts of stuff. Do you think that makes us a little bit crazy? It's not like our house is full of UV grow lights and over 100 houseplants. I mean, that would be nuts. We will get Murph's opinion. Murphy? Rude! We like to give our animals the best life at the end of the day, so why not? Oh, for God's sake. Huggle! We even put in a picture frame of Fancy, our original Serama chicken. Frank was still having issues standing and walking.
We were aware of the condition spayed legs. We knew that it was a relatively common thing when hatching chicks, but actually having to deal with it is a different matter. It's not very nice. We sought advice from groups on Facebook, YouTube, and even the lady we got the eggs from.
The advice was pretty mixed. Some methods were suggested, and the general consensus is that when you have a chick with spayed legs, what you need to do is secure their legs into a straight position for at least a few days, and the legs should grow into the correct alignment.
But where Frank was the smallest breeder chicken, this wasn't easy to do, and it wasn't successful. After 24-48 hours, there was pretty much no improvement at all. So we had to go down the more severe route of bounding his legs straight, pretty much like in casts, using veterinary tape. It's very important you don't do it too tightly. And then we made a chick chair. So basically the legs are then put through 2 holes, and we made a little pooping hole so that he weren't sitting in his own mess. We made a table so he had fresh water and food and he was able to eat and drink. And the idea was for him to stay in that position for 2 days. He wasn't happy about it at all. It was very distressing for me and for Fraser.
After about a week, Frank was showing signs of being able to walk. And then all of a sudden, Frank just took a bad turn. And I'm absolutely gutted to say that within about an hour, Frank just died in my hand. And it was really sad, and we were really disappointed in it. For us, every animal that we have at Rose Cottage is our pets, and we want to give them the best lives. So even the smallest life, had only been with us a week, meant a lot to us, and we were really sad for that to happen.
We decided to bury Frank underneath some flowers.
But this is the harsh reality of things. You get dealt a hand and you have to deal with it. And Frank wouldn't have survived if we'd left him in the egg. He would have died in the egg, and we gave him a chance at least. But we like to make these videos happy, and obviously this was a sad moment, but we felt it was important to deliver the message that it isn't as plain sailing as it might seem sometimes. It can be a little distressing, especially if you're soft-hearted like we are.
Grateful that out of the 6 eggs we have 2 fabulously healthy, happy chicks. So apparently you're able to sex a chick when it's a chick via its wings. If you've got a female, the wings will be long and they will be double layered. If it's going to be a male, the wings are very dumpy and short. As you can see, our 2 have got long wings, double layered, so we are 99.9% certain we've got 2 little girls on our hands. We asked our Facebook friends and family if they had any ideas for what we could name this dynamic female duo. We got some wonderful response. My mum suggested Sharon and Tracy. We had Tony suggest Thelma and Louise. Jim suggested Dot and Ethel, and Caroline suggested Fanny and Babs, and we went with Fanny and Babs.
The little bitches, they're going outside. They're going to spend a few hours good luck with the quails. Stupid. Oh, it's Fanny